to today's crystal ball reading. So I do have some oracle cards today. I think they're pretty similar to the last stream. So if you were on, you may be aware. But yeah, I'm so glad some of you could come in. I know I've been saying I'm coming on for a while, so I do apologise for timing and all that. But hopefully enough of you get on to get your readings. You have some questions saved up, so let's get to it. Well, there's quite a few of you in actually, so I'll go over the cards for just a moment. I haven't done a stream in a while, compared to kind of almost doing them daily. So if you could like the video, I would greatly appreciate that. It would just push it a little bit. So please do that. So I'm going to be on for a while, so I'm sure you will get some of your questions done. So the cards we have: Starseed, Love, Angel, Moon Magic, Witch's Wisdom, and Unicorn. And that's all we really have at the moment. So please do choose one of those. I might, if it gets a bit quiet, I might do some Gateway of Light activation at the end, but we'll just see how it goes. It might be a bit busy. Hello and welcome back. Guided by Universe has renewed membership. So shout out to Guided by Universe. It's always lovely to have you. There is definitely a few more member streams coming. Towards the end of this month, this last week of the month. We have Heart Chakra Crystal Ball. We have all members Crystal Ball, and we probably have another channeling. So yes, and maybe a members bone reading as well. So hopefully you can make it to those. Should be a good chunk of member streams still coming up. So let's see. AA, it's nice to see you. Pooja, always nice to see you. And Kita, very nice to catch you. Healing Tarot, welcome back. So Guided by Universe says, how will be my day tomorrow in office? Okay. So I'm seeing very positive energy, although I'm guessing maybe a little bit challenging, but only like a small energy of challenging. The positive energy seems most prominent. Let me just reply to this message, sorry. Ash's thoughts for me today from AA. Yeah, I'm seeing you being a bit forefront today. I'm thinking quite positive things, memories, conversations. I'm doing well, Pooja. I'm not too bad. I really appreciate you guys being very thoughtful and kind. Any like kind of healing energies that can be sent to my heart chakra, I would greatly appreciate that. But I am doing okay. I do have my wings on today, just simply because it's like kind of spooky season. I thought I'm really not dressed in any specific way, but I thought I'll put my wings on, do something a bit spooky. So don't know if anybody's celebrating. It'd be nice to know if you're dressing up or anything like that. I kind of miss having somewhere to go and dressing up, you know? Healing Tarot, it says, is Annie Vesh, and Kritika Sani future husband, okay. I'm guessing a no on that at the moment. Like, it seems possible, but it's very small energy of possibility. Guys, if you are new, I'm Venus. This is Secret Frequencies. We do many different types of readings on here all the time. Today we have Crystal Ball, if you can see it beneath the chat. Specific questions for the Crystal Ball, and you probably have seen the Oracle cards I have, so you can choose any of those. It is specific questions. If you're unsure what that means, have a little check in the chat at the kind of questions other people are asking. Not too broad, not too open, not how's my month going to be, how's my day, my year going to be, what's coming in love, nothing too open, because that could open a whole reading, like a 30-minute reading. I can't sit here for 30 minutes with one person. I need to give everybody a chance. We kind of do quick fire questions on the stream. If you do want a more in-depth reading and you feel drawn to me, my information is in the description of the video. It is secretfrequencies.com/shop to see the spells, sessions, and readings that I do. I do spells like love and money, I do Reiki, cleanses, sound healing, and I do in-depth readings, very similar to on stream, but in depth. So you're very welcome to book a reading with me or a session or anything like that. But on the stream, it is specific questions. If you're new, I appreciate your full name and date of birth with the question because it helps me connect to your energy. But if you don't feel comfortable to put that, I will still try your question. It just might not be as accurate. But yes, let's get on with that. So Sid says, oh, sorry, I clicked something then. Oh no, where's she gone? I mean, sorry, where have they gone? I'm so sorry. Where have they gone? Right, let's see. Sid. What caused my stomach ache yesterday? Okay. Yeah, I'm guessing something that you drank. Ankita, I'm okay. Thank you, I appreciate people asking. Healing Tyra says, is Annie Vesh going to reach out to me? Yes, I do get a yes on that. AA says, I sent Ash a few messages on Sunday. Why hasn't he replied back? Okay. So I definitely do get the feeling of thinking of what to say and not being 100%. So there's definitely an energy of not being 100% on when and if to reply. Definitely do feel a little bit kind of hesitation on that. And I do feel it is kind of linked to other things going on in the life path and other interests. But I do feel like there's contemplation on replying back. Wolfie, hello. Healing Tarot, Designy Vash, hack my WhatsApp. I'm guessing I'm gonna know on that. And guys, please bear in mind, leave space for other people's questions. If you notice that your questions are quite too frequent, give other people a chance. Wait for a few people to ask questions before you ask. If you post too much together, I might skip a few of your questions. Jasmine, hello. I hope you're well. It's nice to see you. Ankita, will my cousin Chini come back home ever? We're missing? Oh my gosh. Okay. I am seeing the possibility of this, but this is another one where I'm seeing the possibility quite small. I'm really sorry to say that. I hate to give these kind of answers, but I'm seeing the possibility is quite small, but at least there is a possibility there. Morphe says I want to get added. I don't know what you mean, I'm sorry. AA, it says Ali's thoughts for me today, okay? Yeah, this seems pretty similar in the way that it's forefront. There's thinking about what you've been, like what you might be doing, what you're up to, thinking about like what you're at right now, kind of energy. Ankita, does this guy or like me, what feelings he has? Okay. Yeah, it feels like this. It feels like piqued interest. So it feels kind of like, there's something there. Maybe there's something there. It's almost like I'm interested. I think I'm interested. It's like that very beginning stage. So Jan says hello, and welcome. It's nice to see you. Guided by University's Unicorn, of course. So we have compassion. Be gentle with yourself. Forgiveness will set you free. See the light in yourself and others. Very nice. Yeah, I think sometimes we don't see the light in others because of the way they treat us, but there is light somewhere in most people. But always remember the light in yourself as well. Sometimes we kind of put ourselves down. We feel like we're not good enough and things like that. You have light. You are a light worker. You're a light being. You have the gift. You have the abilities. You're on a positive path. And Mega, what are R's current feelings and next actions for me? Okay. It's I'm seeing it like I've been seeing it like this for a while, which I think is kind of good because it's not dipping up and down, but it does feel steady. It feels steady. It's like kind of keeping things as they are, going on as we are right now. That's how it feels. It doesn't feel like intentions to like take things higher, you know. Gemini 25 wanted to know if CJ is the person for me. I guess a good no on that one, unfortunately. I'm really sorry to say. Jasmine says update on Phil's thoughts and intentions regarding me, or is there still not? Okay. Yeah, I mean, I still feel the little bit of regret that's lingering about there, but yeah, it does feel very, very low in terms of intentions, I'm so sorry to say. Jan says, I feel like Hayden and Em haven't been texting and hanging out ever since the 17th. Is this true? And if so, why? What happened between them? Okay. It feels like there has been some hanging out. It feels a little bit like it's very minimal, more like maybe communications on text rather than like a call or something. But it does seem to be there. Pooja says why my energy gets irritated and low whenever our house help, so female house help comes for work. Okay. Yeah, so this person has an attachment, so they're bringing negative energy into your home. Seems unintentional, you know. It just doesn't seem like this person's working with the dark, energies, but they do seem to have an attachment. So I'm really sorry about that. Becca says the love card, of course. So you have very soon. Clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you now. Very nice. AA says, what does Asha love about me? I get personality come through very strongly. It's there's a physical attraction there, but personality comes through a bit stronger. So it does seem like there's a nice deep connection there. Um, and Kita, why I keep getting dreams about AA? Okay. Yeah, there's some kind of karmic lesson to be had there, some kind of karmic lesson. So yeah. Oh no, I have a troll. Hold on, let me just hide this user. Yay. Great. Pooja, what do my guides want to say about my spiritual work? About your spiritual work? Okay. Yeah, so a message that's coming through very, very strongly is to not lose focus, to really make sure this stays like a forefront focus in your mind, in your energy, in your life. But let's do an angel card for that as well. So you have patience as well. Archangel Jophiel. Your dreams are blooming more rapidly than you realize. Still, they need nurturing and patience. So there is that kind of energy of balance between keeping the momentum, but also keeping the patience, Moon magic for Guided by Universe. If I'm a bit low, please let me know. I don't think I'm like shouting as much as I usually do. Here we are. So we have every day I focus on what is important. And this is such a simple message, but sometimes we lose track of what's important. We put other things that we shouldn't do as a priority, and then we learn our lessons from that very, very strongly. So yeah. Um Priorities. I feel like sometimes we we lose touch in journaling, and I think journaling is very, very important. And of course, this is for Guided by Universe, but it's also for everybody else because journaling is so important. And when we physically write down, we can see and we put out what is priority to us and what is not. it rarely helps us to like mentally focus on what direction we really should be going in, you know, because we can go off on tangents, we can follow our heart more than our logical mind or more than our intuition, or we can follow our intuition and leave our put God up in our heart chakra, or we can be way too logical and ignore our emotions and our intuition. We need this balance. We need to bring everything into balance. So Mega says, I saw R's comment on some girl's post asking her to check her DM. May I ask what did R say to her and what is going on, okay? Yeah, so this is definitely resonating with the flirty message energy that has been sensed quite a lot with R. Yeah, so there's definitely like it's flirting going on. Um, it doesn't really feel like physical energy, so it doesn't really feel like, at least not I would say like recently, this doesn't really feel to be meeting up or being in physical presence, but there's definitely a flirty energy, unfortunately. AA says, how does my boss think about me and my work? Okay. So I see this. I see this quite often. It's kind of like when it comes to work, I feel like this is quite common. It's almost like they hold space a little bit for how proud they are of you and what they think you're good at, but they also really have this idea that you need to excel and improve a little bit more. But it's belief that you can do that as well, you know. So it's not like a judgmental kind of energy where you know we can have very horrible bosses, you know, and they can do that, but it doesn't really feel like that here. It does feel a little bit like holding space. Jan says, I noticed the 20th Caden was in a group call, then a while later joined despite being away, muted, and sat there to listen in on their convos, especially because another gal was there, and then Caden shortly afterwards left. What was that all about? Did Caden leave the call because Em was making him uncomfortable and not giving him space? Yes, I do get confirmation on that. And Keita says, this time it's good too. It's 10:50 p.m. Dinner done, we all free. Okay, yes. I was worried it would be a little bit too late because when I say early, I generally tend to plan for like between 1 p.m. and 3 p.m. generally. Like, I know that's not early, but I like to get one-on-one work done in the morning, in the actual morning. So when I say early, I'm usually referring to like early afternoon. And yeah, I definitely took a bit of extra time today, so I do apologise for that. Pooja says, ends my most recent thoughts and feelings for me, okay? There's definitely hoping that you're doing well. It is definitely some thinking about you and hoping you're doing well. Gemini, what is CJ's intentions with me? I definitely feel like a desire to get close to you, get to know you a little bit more, and get close to you, spend more one-on-one time with you, I would say. Mecca says, when will I meet on? How will it go? So it's feeling as soon as a week, maybe up to 3 weeks. So I would say 1 to 3 weeks. But I get going quite well. I think there's a little bit of tension in the beginning, but it seems like it goes quite well. Jan says, what are Caden's current thoughts and feelings about me? Any intentions? Okay. No, I definitely feel pushing you to the back of the mind at the moment. So I certainly wouldn't say intentions. Oh gosh. Oh, there was a question with your membership. I didn't see the question. I'm so sorry. Will I be able to study in Italy in the future? Let's see. I'm so sorry. Yes, I get a yes on that. Moon magic and oh, we don't have an Akashic, but I will do your moon magic. So it says, I will persist, my will is strong. And I feel like a lot of us need this message at the moment. I will persist, my will is strong. Keep your will strong because there's always a possibility of better things on the horizon. Always a possibility. Okay, so what should we do for Meg in place of Akashic. Let's do a Witch's Wisdom and see what we get with that. There you are. So you have cloak and concealment. Someone is hiding something from you. Hiding something from you. Likely it refers to these messages, I would say. Interesting. Guided by Universities, which is Wisdom as well. Oh, picked you up there. So you have Wiccan Read. By the Wiccan law, ye must. Imperfection, love is. I can't read. I'm sorry. Imperfection, love, imperfect trust. 8 words the Wiccan Read fulfill. And ye harm none, do as ye will. And ever mind the rule of free. What ye send out comes back to thee. Follow this with mind and heart, and merry ye meet, and merry ye part. So it's very poetic, but pretty much about our putting out that positive energy, getting what we give back, and maybe even a little bit of a hint to your possibility of manifestation, your high energy of manifestation. I don't know how to say it. Gemini, will I get a new position at work soon? Yes. I guess a yes on that. And Keita says card of my choice. Starseed or Angel? Angel. Let's do Angel for you. So you have claircognizance. This is a difficult one because with claircognizance, it's just a knowing. So we often don't trust it. It's very intuition kind of based. When we have clairvoyance, like visions, or we have clairaudience, hearing things, we tend to trust it more because we're actually seeing it or hearing it in our mind's eye or in our spiritual space. And when we have claircognizance, it's very easy to say, I'm just being paranoid, it's fine. And you shouldn't do that. So, Arthur Uriel, pay attention to the thoughts and ideas that come to you as they are answered prayers. So as well, when we have claircognizance, we can have very positive ideas that come to us and they are divinely guided. You're meant to go on that path. The idea is there for a reason, Jasmine, has Phil's higher self cut off contact with me? Not completely. It feels almost like imagine if there was a cord. It feels like there's still. It's like it started to fray, but they're still holding on. Does that make sense? Shrimpo, hello and welcome. Jan, when will he message? What will he say? Okay. So mid-November's coming through as most prominent, and again, as I've seen quite often with this one, it's quite casual. Like what have you been? What have you been up to? Nothing really like you're kind of desiring. Like I don't know, spilling like emotions. Mega, do you see is R hiding something from me, and what is that about? Yeah, I definitely think it's flirting with other people. I definitely think that's what's being hidden. AA says, will I get promoted at work soon? It feels very positive. Like, I wouldn't say it's like super soon, like within the next month or two. Maybe stretching to like 3 or 4 months. I get positive energy on it. Kevin, hello and welcome. Firebird, hello and welcome. And Giza says, you look nice, but you ain't spooky like an angel. Yeah, I suppose the spooky side of it is like, oh, she has black wings. So it's like supposed to be a bit, I don't know, darker, I guess. But yeah, I just like it, why can't an angel have black wings? But yeah, I probably will try to get a bit more spooky as we get closer to the end of the month. I do have my cloak, so I might wear that at some point. But yeah, I think just decorations. I need to get my pumpkins. I have nowhere to put my pumpkins right now, so they're just kind of over there on their own. Arvid, hello and welcome. Kevin, how will my tomorrow's exam go for me? Okay. I get highly positive energy on it. It feels very, very positive. So best of luck to you as well. Damini, hello, welcome. Lisa, how did my XR feel at the fact I didn't respond to their message to me yesterday? Okay. It's kind of anxious. Anxious is definitely what I would say. Jan, is the timeline for me feeling better with things with Caden, like feeling like things are back on the path again, still at the end of the year? I do feel like the possibility of that. It seems a little bit dwindling, but I am still seeing it right now. Sorry, just replying to a message, Sarah. I'm back with you. So Megha says, what will the doctor say about my injury? I am still in pain. Okay. Um, so do bear in mind, guys, I do always like to give a disclaimer when it comes to medical-based questions. I'm happy to do them, but always still check with your appropriate healthcare professional. I wouldn't recommend using readings and divination alone for medical-based questions. I do feel like a lot of medical kind of based things are supposed to be on our kind of path, if that makes sense. So I do feel sometimes we're not always supposed to know exactly what's going on. I think we do need to keep um, balanced in mind, body, and spirit. So mind, mental health, body, physical health, doctors, and all of that, and eating well, and spiritual health, you know, energy and things like that. So just a disclaimer to medical-based questions, I will still do it, but just a disclaimer there. So, what will my doctor say about my injury? I'm still in pain. Okay. I feel like there's like some kind of medication given, prescribed, or suggested. I do kind of feel like that, like almost maybe anti-inflammatory. But that's all I'm really picking up. Gemini says, when will I meet up with CJ? Okay. I get like a week and a half, maybe 2 weeks. Guys, I greatly appreciate the likes. We're on 29 likes right now, so it must be a good time to stream. It must be a good time to stream. I'll try to remember this. So Kevin says, what is the percentage for me to go to Europe for work for a long time in 2026? I feel like it's between 60 and 70. I lean a little bit more to 70. Jasmine, I'll definitely send you healing energies on your heart chakra. Thank you so much. I greatly appreciate that. Ankita, I know thyroid isn't something for a health issue, but just so I know, is my uneasiness related to heart issues or is it acid? Okay. Yeah, and I appreciate that as well. You know, it's just this disclaimer is really it's just about responsibility. I don't want anybody to get misdiagnosed or miss a diagnosis or anything like that. So it's just about being extra safe and extra cautious when it comes to our physical health, because our body is a temple. Our spirit is very very long lasting, but our body does have limitations. So let's look after it. So yes, Ankita says, I know tarot isn't something for health, so just know my uneasiness relates to heart or acid. Okay. I guess acid. I do feel there's something in your heart chakra, but I don't feel like it's really deep in the minor chakras, which would link more to physical health. So I think that you're okay there. I do think it's acid, But of course, yes, as we always say, be safe and double check. But I'm feeling positive on it. Although acid can still be annoying, very discomforting, you know. Firebird says, I told off AJ Scorpio for his bad behaviour towards me. How is he feeling about me on this? Okay? So there is a guilt. There's guilt energy. There's also a little bit of not not willing to, I don't know, it's kind of like not willing to own up, if that makes sense. Like there's definitely some guilt, but it's almost like I feel guilty but I don't want to admit, you know, that I've done anything wrong. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. Gunter Schmelkel? Trolling me, I think trolling me. Do you think Prince Andrew is handsome? Certainly not. I certainly do not, and I will have that on the record. No, no, no. I do not think Prince Andrew is handsome at all. Please don't clip that out of context. Please don't. So, Jan says, do you see him continuing to distance from her, and when will they cut ties? Okay. Yeah, it feels a lot less about cutting ties. It feels rather like a long, drawn out period of not very frequent communication, is more how it feels. Jasmine, has this door completely closed between Phil and I? I would not say so. I would not say so. Although I do really see that fraying and it seems very, very small, I still feel like it's a little bit open. It's almost like, you know, if he taps in a bit more to that regret and puts a bit more, I suppose, energy and effort into his life path, I feel like he could come back around. But yeah, I do feel it's almost like it's getting smaller and smaller and smaller. I do feel that, unfortunately. And Damini, what are PC's current thoughts for me? Excuse me, I'm so sorry. So it feels positive, like it feels like there's care. It feels like there is a lot of care about you, but also feels a little bit like you're a little bit out of mind at the moment, I would say. Maybe there's a distraction or something like that. Something that's a bit more pressing and forefront, like a priority. Um, Kevin says, does Tanya like someone romantically currently? And if so, any description? Okay. So I'm actually getting a no. It feels more like there's a openness, like kind of being open and wanting a connection, but I don't feel a specific interest at the moment. Um, MMAA. Hello, Johnny and Vova. I'm so sorry if I pronounced anything wrong. Do they love each other? Okay, let me focus on this for a moment as you are new. Let me just focus as I. And now it's annoying my back, and it wasn't before. I don't know why. Okay, so Johnny and Vova, let's see. I do feel like there's something there. I do feel like there's something there. Maybe it's under like under cover, like subconscious a little bit. Maybe it's not fully acknowledged. Maybe it's not fully at the surface. But I do feel like there's something there. Pooja, why has he eagerly wanted to move to Bangalore City? Yeah, it just really feels like you have a strong connection there. I feel like the strong connection has a lot to do with the earth, the location, but also people you will meet there. I feel like you're being drawn to people you will meet there. Jan says, what is the most recent thought of me? I don't really feel anything in recent. I'm so sorry. Arvid Anderson says, is my wife scamming me? Okay, I think this is the first time I've read for you, but let's see if we can get an answer here. Oh, unfortunately, this is leaning to yes, so I'm actually really hoping that this is just inaccurate because I've never read for you before. Sometimes it is easier to connect with people when I have your full name and date of birth, because in person a psychic can connect with your energy because you're in person. When we're online, taking the full name and date of birth really does help to connect. So I'm hoping that I'm not fully connected to you yet, and that is an inaccurate answer. But unfortunately, I'm getting yes, so I do apologise for that. Sheik or Sheik I think it's pronounced. I think she does not need a knife. What? Are you saying I have a pointy nose? Is that what you're saying? Great. I don't really understand the analogy or the comment, but I'm perfectly fine with that. That's fine. I feel like it's kind of fat, not pointy, but that's fine with me. Ankita, Shaheen, you can leave if you feel so. Oh yes, thank you. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Yeah, someone calling me satanic there. Maybe that's my fault for putting black wings on. Guided by Universe, is he thinking about me anymore like I do? Yes. I'm getting a yes on that. Gemini 25, will I meet my person that I will marry this year? Okay. I guess a no on this year. Unfortunately, I'm so sorry. Jan says, is the spring time frame for things improving between me and Caden still there, or has it moved? I still feel positive energy with that, actually. Tamini says, why is PC ignoring my texts? Yeah, I feel like there's a much higher priority, like a great distraction right now. I don't necessarily think it's linked to another person. I feel like it's more something on the life path, like maybe a work path or something going on with the home setting or something like that. It seems like I'm focused more on a different area of my life path. That's what it feels like, rather than my connections right now. Well, that's really great to know, Ricky, but I'm going to hide you on this channel because I don't really appreciate this kind of comments. Please, guys. I mean, I don't really mind trolls, but when it's like, let's just keep the conversation PG, okay? Mega, I am really feeling anxious and stressed because of the comments I saw from R on the girl's post. What is going on between them? So there's a flirting energy. There definitely does seem to be some kind of conversation about meeting, or some hint about meeting somewhere in the conversation. But like I said, I don't feel that physical energy. But I still not good. I still don't think that's good. Unfortunately, it's pretty common in relationships. People, I don't know, people aren't very loyal these days. It's a shame. Kevin, how can I better relax and clear my stress about work? It's been hectic and rest doesn't feel like rest anymore. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry to read that. Okay. Strange. So, really sudden urge to yawn when I'm trying to look into that question. So there definitely seems to be a guidance of meditating right before sleep, and when you are laid down with root chakra frequencies and focus on the root chakra, maybe just like 10 minutes or something like that. But yeah, I mean, meditation's always going to come up in things like this, but lay down with focus on the root. And Firebird, what shady dealings are Scorpio and Miss W up to with work and why? I don't get anything on that, so hopefully that is okay. And can you say glad you have moderator for kicking idiots out? Yeah, I'm really, really grateful when you guys do manage to be in with me and remove comments, because it does take me a while to get down to them and see them. So I am totally, absolutely grateful for that. But as always, if you don't feel like moderating, you absolutely don't have to. Don't feel obliged just because you have the wrench. If you want to relax, that's okay. But I do greatly appreciate it. Shrita says, "Hey Venus, hello, happy Diwali once again. Is it still today? I feel like there's still energy of it today, like a celebration of it today. Oh no, it was yesterday, wasn't it? I think it was yesterday and the day before, if I'm not mistaken. But even though I didn't manage to get on, I did make a post, so I do apologise. But I thought I have to do something. I will do a post. So I do apologise about that. Shaheen says, "How can you solve problems?" It's kind of a broad question. It depends what the problem is, It depends what the problem is, what it's linked to. Jan says, "What are David's feelings and intentions with me?" Romantic attraction, I would definitely say. Mega says a card of your choice. Let's do a love card from Mega. There we are. You have true love. This is the romance of lifetime. So could be the relationship you're in now, or could be coming for you in this current chapter. Kevin, right now, am I already being considered for your project or some very good and important project by the Capgemini people? Yeah, there's definitely some consideration for something going on, for something kind of important. I lean towards Europe. I do lean towards Europe with it. Shweta, Rajesh current feelings as well as Summit current feelings, okay? So with Rajesh, I'm getting quite high, quite strong. There's definitely some level of attraction there. Feels a little bit more like it's deeper than like just the physical attraction. It feels like there's an attraction, like a draw to you, maybe more personality and friendship wise. But with Summit, I really feel like it's just very minimal. The energy is very minimal. It feels like he's kind of has momentum with his what he's doing in his life right now, and let's focus on that. Mega, what will R say to me if I ask him about the comments I saw on the girl's post? I don't want any conflicts. I definitely feel like it will be something kind of like we're just friends. I definitely feel like that's the kind of energy. Shaheen, why did you say I cannot answer Shweta? Of course I can answer Shweta. And Kita, it's been 2 years, but he has grown up adult, so he probably left, or maybe something bad happened. He went to Kashmir. Yeah, I don't get instant negative energy on it, so I'd be hopeful for it, but I would have to look a bit deeper, maybe if needed, to see into that. Thank you, Guided by Universe. I greatly appreciate that. Kevin, why does Tanya avoid and don't post about me on her account or mention me, but she mentions on and posts about her other friends that she barely knows? Okay. There seems to be kind of like a feeling that people might think that you're together. People might get the wrong idea. That's kind of what's coming up. Firebird says, "Will I be selected for the temp promotion I just applied for?" I get strong energy on this. I think you have a good chance there. Shweta, have I met my future husband? And by the way, summit new contacts and Rajesh new person. Whom does the angels indicate with my future, or is it some other? I do feel that there's a possibility of future with Rajesh. I do feel that. Jan says, is David wanting to ask me to be his girlfriend? And if so, when do you see him asking this? I feel more like there'll be hints towards it, and when the question comes will be dependent upon your response to the hint. You know, I feel like there'll be a feeling it out a little bit. Like, does she seem like she's kind of up for it or not? And you know, if you do, there'll be you may be asked pretty soon. If you don't, it may take a while. You know, um, guys, I really greatly appreciate the likes on the video. We have quite a lot, considering we haven't been on for an hour yet. Getting 36 is quite a lot for me as a small YouTuber. If we got to 40, I think that would be a record. I'm pretty sure that would be a record. So if you realise you have not liked the video yet, please do it. It will be great to get to 40 today. But what I will say, oh yeah, sorry. So, let me just go over my spiel again in case you do have anybody new in. So guys, if you are new, I'm Venus. This is Secret Frequencies. We do many different spells on here all the time. We have Crystal Ball today. It's specific questions for the Crystal Ball. So not what's coming in my love life, you know, what's coming for the rest of the year. That opens up too broad of a reading. If you want a full in-depth reading, find my website in the description. But this is specific questions. You can look at other people's questions to get an idea of what to say, or what kind of questions to say. Everyone is welcome. Everyone is welcome. If you are new, I do appreciate your full name and date of birth, but it's not necessary. I will still try to do your question without it, but I feel a bit more connected to your energy when I have it. And just give everybody a chance as well. Don't spam the chat. If you only have to ask a question once, I'm just behind in the chat. If you have patience, I will get to you. But do leave space for other people. Don't put too many questions in a row. I think that's everything. But yeah, hello and welcome. It's really lovely to have new people. I'm really grateful if you subscribe, because we do tons of different types of readings. We have tarot coming up, we have bone reading coming up, we have flower reading, and past, present, and future love readings next month. So yeah, I would really appreciate that. And what else can I say? I think that's everything. But yeah, if you want to know any more about me, just check out the description. It has all of my social media, my website, and everything like that. But yes, so let's get back to the questions. Kevin, do you see any future between me and Glenn in the near future? No, I guess a no on that one, unfortunately. Ankita. Ankita's making a little joke there. I appreciate that. I really appreciate you guys being. I love the light-hearted energy, connecting to your inner child. We must do it. So Shelly, hello and welcome. It's nice to see you. And Maya as well. Megha, is that girl whose post or commented on any of her family member or cousin, because I saw that they are from the same town? I guess a no on that, actually. Shweta, why have I met Rajesh? Where will this connection go? Will he open up to me about his feelings in the future? Okay. Yeah. So I really feel like there's a important connection. I feel a little bit like it's kind of like taking you off the path of being so focused on one person, where the one person you're really focused on, the energy is, it's very positive between you. There's a, you know, I really understand why you feel connected, because there's a very deep connection with you and Summit. But because he's really chosen to take this other path and go this other way, I feel like you're almost being given a distraction. something to take your mind off of that path and open you up to understanding that there's other options out there, and there's other options for you, and you'll always attract other options because you're very attractive, you know. So I feel like that's kind of the lesson there. I feel like there is potential for you guys, but I really don't feel, with what I'm seeing, I really don't feel like, I don't know if I feel like long term committed, together forever. I don't know if I feel that. It's not that it feels negative, it just feels like maybe it's a temporary reason, you know? Sorry for coughing. Amazing! Oh, I'm so grateful for 40 likes. I'm so grateful. No one unlike. Don't unlike. I'm so happy. So thank you so much. I greatly appreciate that. You really have made my day and cheered me up, which I did need. I know some of you have seen my post. I did need cheering up, so I greatly appreciate that. Thank you so much. Jan says, if I were to enter into a relationship with David, how long do you see it lasting? Last time we got that he was 50-50 on if he wants something long lasting or short term. Yes. Yeah, at the moment it still kind of seems like that. I feel like there's openness to long term, but I just don't, you know, it is definitely seems like that's not fully confirmed, and like I 100% want that, you know. Bear with me. I'm just going to reply to a message, but I saw 2 more likes. I greatly appreciate that. Hold on, sorry. Sorry about that. So Kevin says, any guy? Oh, is that what we're up to? Yes. Kevin, any guidance for reigniting things with Glenn romantically? So the message I get is patience. It feels like it's a possibility, but not right now. So, but if you hold that energy of like wanting that possibility, being positive about that possibility, I feel like it is going to come back around, or come around. Kevin, sorry, Maya. I'm so sorry, Maya. How does Samuel the Aries feel? Because I have other options when it comes to men. I feel like it's hot and cold. There's definitely attraction towards you, but it feels almost like he's very attracted to you and he can't really let go, but he doesn't really want to be. He wants to move on. So yeah. Ella, hello and welcome. Megha, what is all thinking about my injury? He called me today. He seemed concerned. Yeah, I definitely get concerned. I 100% do get concerned. Shelly, is AJ thinking about me and missing me? Yes, I do get a yes on that. I see somebody here with a name. I can't pronounce it because it's foreign language, so I'm so sorry that I can't pronounce it. But they say, I kind of accidentally arrived here and I was just asking the universe for a sign. Like, can you tell me if he's a good guy or not? Like, is he the one? And I just got a pimple on my third eye. What does that mean? Okay, yes. So you do have to be careful because spots on certain areas of the face links to certain organs. So check I can't remember what organ this is here, so it's good to check. But it can be very spiritual as well. It can be, you know, we experience a lot of release when we have like chakras balancing or chakras opening and things like that. And the release does come through our main chakras, like the third eye, through our minor chakras that link more to physical body parts. So you can get spots with release at that area, but it's always worth. I check the map. It's like reflexology, you know, for the feet, but it's like a map of the face, and certain spots in certain areas linked to certain organs. So you just might want to. It's not like something seriously wrong with it, But like, say for example, it's the kidneys, you're like, okay, I might drink a bit more water, or if it's, or you know, have some dandelion root or something, or if it's the heart, you might say, oh, I'll have some hawthorn tea, you know. So I would just check the organ. But yeah, you're likely having clearance of your third eye that's coming out through your minor chakras. But let's pull a love card for this person that you're thinking of. So you actually have finances and career. Financial issues are a factor in your love life right now, so that's not great. That can be, so it can be negative. So it can mean that if you're not making a lot of money right now, or they're not making a lot of money, you might not be able to go to meet each other, like say it's long distance, or say there's things you want to do together that you don't get to do because there's some kind of money issue. But sometimes it can also mean that when this is pulled generally, it can mean that you meet at work, you're going to meet someone at work. So just bear in mind that this might link to meeting someone different at work, in a workplace. So, or in your workplace or their workplace, you know. But let's pull another one for that and just see what we can get. Stay optimistic about your love life. Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. So it is kind of alluring to there not being romance right now. So I don't know, I will check the ball, but I'm feeling a little bit like you're kind of being guided to something new here. Yes, I definitely feel you're being guided to something new rather than what's in your current energy and current mindset right now. So I'm sorry to say that. Maya says, Samuel's feelings for me nowadays. Didn't we just do that? Yeah, so there's like attraction but kind of wanting to pull away. Jasmine, what exactly is Phil in regret regarding me? It's regret about the path. It's regret about which path I've taken, and maybe I should have taken that path. Maybe I should have replied, asked to meet up, spoken it out, you know, things like that. Gemini 25 says, will my divorce go in my favor? So the message I'm getting here is yes, mostly. So there might be something that you're hoping for that doesn't come to fruition, but I'm getting a yes to mostly. So best of luck to you, and I'm sorry that you're going through that. Maya says, which intentions is Alex from Spain with me? Thank you. Okay. Very positive. This feels very nice and very positive. Very caring, very loving, very, you know, I mean, maybe the love's yet to come, but the attraction, the care, all of that energy is there, you know? Firebird says, I had to send my application for promotion to Miss W. Did she handle it properly or was sneaky and underhand? And if so, what? Okay. So it feels like there's intention to be sneaky and underhand, but it didn't happen. It feels like it was handled properly. There could have, maybe there was someone there, maybe there wasn't, you know, not an opportunity to do that, but it feels like there was thought about it, but it didn't happen. So hopefully, wishing for the best for you. Alice says, I emailed you the other day and still waiting for you. Just a sweet reminder. Okay, I greatly apologise. I will check that. I don't have too much to do after this, so I say that. I have a very long reading to do, which is like 13 pages at least. Of just checks and updates though, so it's not too bad, but it's kind of like checks and updates of all the energies that I work on for a certain person. It's like 13 pages of a Word document, so it can take a while, but that's the only thing I urgently have to do. I do have, you know, there are some replies and things I need to do. I know Miss Venus I have to reply to as well. So I apologise for that. I will check that after this. I apologise. I do apologise, guys. I really hope that, you know, you don't get annoyed at me or anything like that. But I do get pretty busy. And it's only me, you know, so when orders do come in and there's a lot of them and it's not overwhelming because I feel like energetically I can remain calm for it, but it's just the timing of it. It's like the sessions are great, but I don't often have that much time in between. So yeah, I really apologize if I leave anyone out a little bit, or, you know, always feel free to prompt me like Ella just did. I appreciate it actually, because I don't want to miss anybody else or forget, so please do prompt me. I do appreciate that. Yes. I think that's all I was saying on that. Yeah. Yeah, I will reply. Jan says, why has there been minimal texting between Caden and Em recently? Feel like since the 17th it has gone down a lot. What happened between them? I don't feel an energy of like something happening. I feel just the energy of him really just wanting space, just naturally. Maya says, will Samuel Aries want to take revenge on me? I guess a no on that actually. Oh, we have a super chat. Says, thank you very much. Is my dad cooking my dinner after everyone else because last night I couldn't eat my dinner till a lot later due to the stomachache I had? Yes, actually do get a yes on that. Really hoping that you digest well today and everything's fine. Sending positive healing energy to you. Love, light and blessings. I hope everything is good. Keep me updated. I'm so sorry for sniffling, guys. But yes. So all questions are free on stream. But you can send a super chat and I prioritize those just like that. If a super chat is sent, I do put that to the top and prioritize it, you know. So if you're urgent for your question to be answered, feel free. And I appreciate super stickers as well. not necessary, but I do appreciate them. So Maya says, well, Samuel, oh sorry, I read that one. Honey G Bloom says you look British. Yes, there's definitely a reason for that. I am. Or Smoke the Gamer 509. Calling us delusional. Well, I appreciate that, you know. It's good for, I think being skeptical is healthy. And I think having different belief systems is healthy. But I don't think that trying to be a kind of offensive to people for their belief systems, I don't think that's very healthy, you know? So yeah, you know, there's no need to be, we all have different belief systems, you know? Maybe I think like, I don't know, maybe I think someone who's like super strictly into the Bible is delusional, you know? I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say that, but you know what I'm saying. Even if I thought that, I wouldn't go onto their streams and comment it. Like I would just leave them to what they're doing and let them, you know, that's their beliefs and that's okay. And this is our beliefs and that's okay. And you know, everyone is different in this world and we've all had different experiences and come to different conclusions. And if we want to live in a peaceful world, we should hold space for everyone being different. So Kevin says, is there any energy imbalance or shadow work which I am being urged to look into since I have been feeling down? Okay. No, I really feel like, I definitely feel like the message is not to go too intensely deep into anything. Like there's nothing seriously wrong with you to where you need to like really change yourself or work on yourself or strive, you know. It's like you're a good person, you're in a good energy, you're in a good place, you're fine. um don't worry about things like that, and just I would say just focusing on calm, positive and healing energies is the best thing right now. There's always time to go into, oh, I really should work on this. This is I think this might be a karmic cycle, if you have a repetitive habit or something, you know, or I think that there's something coming up for me in relationships that I need to reflect on. It's always good to do that, but I don't feel like you're so unhealed that you really need to delve into focus like that, if that makes sense. Like, I think just take time for your work and then take time for healing, calming, being kind to yourself. I think that's most important right now. Guided by Universe says, is that a blue drink or a blue glass? Yes, it's just water. It's just water, but it's in a blue glass. So yeah. I mean, I don't tend to drink anything other than really water and coffee. I drink coffee as well. I love coffee. But yeah, that's pretty much all I drink. Joe Chronicle Wales says, you are a human. You could say that. You could say I'm a human. Kind of. I'm disguised as a human for this realm. Yes, absolutely. But I'm not Irish. I get that a lot. I get Irish a lot. And that's fine. I'm perfectly happy to. I would attempt an Irish accent, but I don't think I could do it well enough to pull it off. I think it might sound offensive, and I don't want to do that. I love the Irish accent. I love all accents, to be honest with you. Um, Maya says, if I apply at the IT police trainee position, will I be accepted? Very strong positive energy on that, I would say yes. Ankita, does MR miss me? We are no contact. Yes. I guess a yes. Guided by universe. Where are the mods? Weird people coming in the chat saying weird things. I know, but we kind of have to just ignore them because, you know, mods on this channel, it's just volunteer. You know, it's just they're just helping out when they can and when they, you know, I don't expect someone to be like super focused. I hope like this stream might be about 2 hours or longer, so I don't really expect someone to be super focused on that. You know, they're not getting like a payment or anything for that, so yeah, I just don't expect. I apologize. If I was further along in the chat, I would remove it myself. But yeah, I would say really it's just about ignoring them right now. But yeah, I apologize for that. Ella says, could I please ask you to check what Andrea thinks about our relationship? Yes, okay. The main energy I get is hopeful. It really is like, it almost feels like I can see the light at the end of the tunnel, but it's very, very small and far away. No, not far away. I think far away is the wrong thing to say because I don't mean far away in time. Like I feel like it could happen quickly, but I just feel like the hopeful energy. It's hopeful, but it's not fully there yet. It's not, but it's not full belief. If that makes sense, I hope it makes sense the way I'm trying to differentiate these two things. It's almost like I see light at the end of the tunnel, but I'm not quite there yet. But I do feel positive on it. Mecca, I have dreams about all being with other girls and about my sister not being well and me as well getting hit. What is it all about? I get scared, okay? So I definitely feel like all being with other girls is definitely, it's indicating you to look out for that. It's indicating you to look out more for this flirty kind of energy. But I do feel like the sister not being well and the you getting hit, that just definitely comes through more as kind of like a worry dream. So we have our worries and our fears and our doubts that come through in dreams, and it doesn't necessarily mean that your main worry is your sister getting sick or you getting hit. It might mean that you're worrying about something else regarding yourself or your sister, but that's how it's manifesting in the dream, because dreams are often symbolic. You could be worrying about your sister in a different way, but it manifests as that, if that makes sense. So but it can be very subconscious worries as well, and it's very normal to worry about ourselves and our siblings and our, you know, loved ones. Shweta, am I meeting Rajesh anytime soon, or how will the meeting go? Okay. Yes, I definitely feel a soon energy on it, like within a month or two when I'm saying soon here. And it feels very positive. It feels light-hearted and casual, and not, when I say casual, I just mean not too deep or intense, but it does feel positive, and I feel like both of you feel like it's positive. I'm not Irish, I'm English, but I don't mind being called Irish though, but yes, just in case you are wondering, because they typed in capital letters Irish, it's like, no, English, but that's fine. We have 52 likes on the video, so I just have to take a little moment. I don't know if I should pat myself on the back or be very, or clap you guys, because that's great. That's definitely a record on stream. 52 likes. We have never had that many on a stream before. I don't know if maybe there's like a short or a pre-recorded video that maybe has that many. Not that I can think of off the top of my head. But definitely for streams, this is definitely a record, so I greatly appreciate that. And whoever just gave another like, thank you very much. Jasmine says, where will my HLS and I meet? As in geographical location, in a city or in my state? my hometown, out of state? Like, is there a name coming up? Okay. So I just get your state. I get your state coming through. So guys, if you are new, I'm not 100% if we have some new people in here, because all I can see at the moment in my chat are regulars. I'm behind in the chat, but if you are new in, I'm Venus. This is Secret Frequencies. So we do many different types of readings like this all of the time. Crystal ball, pendulum, tarot, bone reading, flower reading, things like that. But today is crystal ball. So it's specific questions for the crystal ball. Please just have a little read in the chat of what other people are asking if you're not sure, because you might get an idea of what a specific question to ask. So not too broad, not what's coming in my work path, not what's coming for the rest of the month or year, more specific. If you're new, I appreciate leaving your full name and date of birth. It does help me connect to your energy. If you don't want to do that, I will answer you anyway, but it might not be as accurate. All of my information is in the description of the video. If you don't know me, if you've never seen me before, if you want to get to know me a little bit, my website, secretfrequencies.com/shop, and all of my social media is in the description of the video. So please go ahead and check that out. Even if you don't want to buy a spell or session or one-on-one reading right now, you might want to in the future. So it might be worth checking that out. But yeah, I would say subscribe. Because most of the readings, apart from members ones, are free on this channel. So if you have patience for me to get to you in the chat, your question will be answered. Sorry, don't double post or don't keep posting your question. I'm just behind in the chat. If you're super urgent for your question to be answered, please send a super chat and it will be answered straight away. If you have patience, then it's free and you can just wait for me to get to you. So Mega says, oh no, we read that one. Kevin, where in Europe I might get asked to go for work? In France, Germany, UK, or somewhere else? Okay. Sorry, so I had to yawn then. UK and Germany come up strongest here. Oh, Joe Chronicle Wales is in Welsh. I think your name gave it away a little bit. Just Janelle says, will I have more than 2 kids? Let's try. I guess a no on that, actually. I guess a no on that. Mecca says a unicorn. Flow. Find an easier path forward, surrender the outcome and release your expectations. So, flow, it's, and I talk about this often, don't I, you know? It's like we have that period of time where we should we should manifest, push against the tide, try to get our achievements, our goals, just manifest. And then we have those periods of time where we go with the flow, we give into the flow of the universe, and we just relax. We kind of step back from really putting energy into the manifestation. We let that settle, let the universe carry us with the universal flow. That's where you are at the moment. Stola, hello and welcome. Shelley says, do I have love coming in this week? Okay. I'm getting a no to this week, but I still do feel like prominent, pretty soon energy, you know? Maya says, the wife of David Aries knows he feels attracted by me. Okay. Guess a no on that, actually. Jan says, do you see him starting to have increased dreams about me? And if so, how do you see this affecting him? I'd say no on this one. I'm really sorry about that. Andrew says, you have a weird accent. Thank you. I take that as a compliment. Kevin, why does Mayor still message me so much? Why does he seem so obsessed? Okay. Yeah, there's definitely seeing like a value in you, seeing something in you, and wanting to be connected to you, not wanting to lose a connection to you, seeing some level of value in you, feeling like you're quite positive person, attractive person. I'm sorry, I keep sniffling. Firebird says, how did Miss W feel about my written application? I'm sure she took a peek. I guess a feeling of jealousy come up here, actually. Ella says, could I ask you what advice my guides have to say about my studies? The message that comes through, it really reminds me of, we don't have the Akashic cards at the moment, but it really reminds me of the Ascent Akashic card. I don't know if you've seen the Ascent. It's like a man on top of the mountain, and it's like the top of the mountain is beautiful. He's reached it. He's reached his goals. There's a lovely view. It's a sunny day. It's perfect. But we don't ever ignore the fact that he's climbed up the mountain, and that was a struggle. That was a challenge. And that card always feels to me like it's a supportive card that says your struggles are not in vain, and eventually, even though you might feel like you're pushing against the tide, or you might feel like this is really difficult, it's worth it in the end. The achievement you get in the end is worth the struggle of climbing the mountain. And that's the message that I'm kind of conveying. I feel like I can convey it best by explaining that card, so I hope that makes sense. Juicy's ha 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 gay. There's nothing wrong with gay. Absolutely nothing wrong with gay. Arian? So will Zoya return in my life? It feels almost like a 50-50 chance for that, I'm sorry to say. Stola says he sent Derek a song a few weeks ago. Did he listen to it? And what was his thoughts and feelings about it? Yes. I definitely feel like it's thought-provoking. I definitely feel like it's more than thought-provoking. I feel like it's brought up emotions more than thoughts. So it's almost like sitting there with kind of bubbling emotions, or almost conflicting emotions a little bit. I would definitely say that there's something to it, there's something there, and definitely listening to it more than once. Shweta, how did Rajesh felt reading the letter of thank you and the gift I left for him? He has he still kept them both with him? He helped me a lot in my recent spiritual trip. Sorry. Yeah, I'm feeling very like it's important to him. You know, that's how it feels. Kevin, when do you see someone new coming in love for me? I feel like before the end of the year is very possible, but I do feel like I'm getting a bit of a 5-month kind of time frame with that. Gareth says hi, hello and welcome. Ovid says, is my wife real? Okay, let me check this one. I'm worried because the scamming came as yes, I'm worried. And I'm guessing a no on that as well. I'm seriously hoping that because I have never read for you before, but just not very connected, I'm hoping that that's wrong for your sake, but I'm guessing a no, I'm so sorry. Pooja says, is my energy now open for the new love path, or is there some subconscious resistance? Yes, definitely feel subconscious resistance at the moment. Maybe you should work on that. Oh. Oops, sorry, I'm trying to click something. Gingers are wild, yo. Well, I started here reading messages, so Really not that wild. Really not that wild. I don't know. Maybe in my I don't know. Maybe I don't think I'm wild. I think I'm just maybe seen as crazy to a lot of people for my beliefs. A love card for Kevin. Here we are. Trust. This situation is calling for you to have faith. So trust that something is coming. Trust that there is a positive potential for you. And Gemini, I finally get a resolution about my son's education. I feel like a 2 month time frame with that one. Mangala, hello, welcome. Gemini, do I have a good chance on winning a case against the school about my son's education goals? I guess a no on that, unfortunately. I'm really sorry to say that. I'm guessing a no. Like, kind of a low energy. But maybe you should pursue that because, you know, you have to we have to fight for what is right, even if it seems like it, you know, there's low energy towards it. I think we do have to fight for what's right. I think that's very what we're here for, you know. Star seeds, light workers, we are here to fight for what's right. I'm sorry, I think I have some kind of allergy today because I sniffle a lot in cold weather anyway, but my nose is really itchy, so I think I have some kind of allergy. Firebird says Scorpio has withdrawn and less interactive on social media and messaging. Why could this be? Okay. I just still feel kind of like this focus on somewhere else and someone else. I'm really sorry to say that. Mangala says some good changes I'm seeing in the husband. Is he really changing or just faking it? What's his thoughts on me? Okay. So I'm positively, I do feel like this is real effort. So that's good. The only thing I would say is it looks a little bit shaky, like it might not last. But I'm wishing the best for you. I'm willing, I'm willing the positive outcome for you. Lacey Lace. Will I hear from Iron W or will I find a new love interest? Okay. So for Lacey Lace, we get leaning to a new love interest. I'm sorry to say. But yes, so let's do a love card for you as well. You have forgiving and learning. As you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moments. So you might have something from the past still to release, still to heal from, whatever it might be, and you still have a little something from the past to focus on, to heal from. And when we do this, it does help us move forward, you know. And one thing I would say is, even if you feel like you're fully moved on and all of your cords are released, remember that other people also hold cords to us. So you also need to do a cord cutting on releasing cords from them as well. And that's a stream I might do quite soon, actually, a cord cutting. Do you know how long it's been since we did a cord cutting? So I might do one of those. Jasmine, what type of things do I have to offer this HLS that he'll benefit from and appreciate? Okay. So the things I'm really feeling straight away is holding space because I feel like you you have a lot of patience and you do hold space for people. You're very empathetic to understanding other people what other people are going through. When sometimes when people go through a difficult time, it's very easy, and I think even empaths and light workers and star seeds can do this. When we go through a difficult time, we do go a bit inwards and we do tend to think a little bit more about our difficulties and how it's almost like a little bit of selfishness. I'm not calling anyone here selfish, but I, I just mean sometimes we can tap into more of a selfish energy when we're really going through something difficult. You know, when we wouldn't usually be selfish. But I feel like you rarely have that ability to not step into that selfish energy, even when you know, even if your world was crashing down around you, I feel like you'd still care about other people so much. And so that's a really strong thing to have. But also feel like you have a bit of guidance, shifting this person a little bit more into a spiritual path. And even though I don't feel like they'll be full blown spiritual, like they probably won't be, you know, crazy like me, but they will, you certainly will steer them to a little bit more spirituality, opening their eyes up a little bit more, and I think that's nice. Jan says this Caden texts her the 20th complaining that she isn't giving him space or complaining over her stalking him in the call. I get a no on that. Kevin says, any guidance for my work in November? I don't know how to feel not exhausted. Try stepping away from focusing on any other area a little bit too much at the moment, and try those bed meditations and see what happens, or sleep meditations. I assume you sleep in bed. Firebird says, what's currently going on in my connection with Scorpio and Miss W? It feels like there's still a bit of attachment there, but it's definitely at a distance. There isn't really much of a closeness there. It seems to be fading a bit. Shelley, will any love come to me this week? So I guess I noted this week. I think it's a bit soon, but I do. I feel like it could be close, but this week I don't feel. Mangala says, does my husband still carry past issues and grudges? Yes, I get a yes on that. Shreeza says moon magic and Akashic. We don't have Akashic, I'm really sorry, but let's do a moon magic for Shreeza. I teach people how to treat me. Yes, I teach people how to treat me. And I think that Ella also said moon magic, so here we are. And look at your one, it's like the Leo, a lion, you know? I am courageous and powerful. Yes. Step into your courageous and powerful energies. We need that right now. I think a lot of us need that right now. To just be strong. Be very strong. I'm definitely needing it myself. Stola, does Derek stalk my social media and keep an eye on me? Yes. I do get a yes on that. Guys, I saw the likes go to 60 and then someone unliked. Maybe they got tired of waiting for me to answer and jumps out or something. Maybe they unliked in anger. But if you can like the video, if you haven't liked it already, I would greatly appreciate to be at 60. I'm absolutely amazed because for me that's a lot. For me, for a stream, that's a lot. We usually get like a third of that. So I'm very, very grateful. I'm so, so grateful, guys. Love, light, and blessings to each of you. And I will still be here for about 30 more minutes. So if I haven't gotten to you yet, can't speak. If I haven't gotten to you yet, I should get to some of your questions at least, I'm hoping. So yeah, we still have about 30 minutes, so let's see what we can get through. Mangala, will he agree for a couple counselling session? A few months back, he was ready to take the session, but now I'm not sure. Yes, I get a yes on that. Jasmine, what types of this thing will the HRS have to offer me that I'll benefit from and appreciate? I definitely feel like it's giving you what you deserve in the heart and sacral. Like, I really feel like that. I feel like it's more about, you know, we learn a lot of lessons in our lifetime, and a lot of our love connections are lessons. You know, love lessons can be the strongest of all lessons. You know, there's lessons in all of our connections, like mine and yours, maybe other people that you're getting to know in the community, your friends, family. You know, there's lessons in every connection that we have. But love connections are the most intense, the most emotional lessons that you can go through. And I feel like you're coming around to what do you actually deserve, being given what you deserve. I feel like you're actually going to, you know, it's more about we think of lessons as being very challenging and difficult, and most of the time they are. But there's positive lessons as well. There's lessons of love, there's lessons of passion, there's lessons of commitment and loyalty and beauty, and don't ever discount that. And don't ever feel like that is not there for you or possible for you. It's very easy when you go through a lot of difficult love lessons to be down and not be positive about your love path. But there's always possibility for you. And what you deserve is out there. Think of how many people there are. What you deserve is out there. We will all get what we deserve one day. Mangala says, when will our relationship get better? Do you see efforts from him to build our relationship in the coming time? Yeah, it feels slow. I would maybe say like mid-January has more potential, more hope, more positivity. Thank you so much, guys. We're on 64 likes. I am so grateful. That's more than I could have ever thought that we would have today, so thank you. Jan says, is this incident that happened the 20th going to make Caden continue to want to keep Emma arm's length? Yes, I feel yes. Kevin says, how has A been feeling about me lately? Did anything change after Tanya's birthday? I don't feel like there's much change other than you being at the forefront of the mind a little bit more, which is good considering lately it's been quite easy to push you down, push your energy down. So it's good, but it's small, Roderick Chola, hello and welcome. If I pronounce your name wrong, please do correct me. I'm very happy to be corrected. I can't pronounce that name. Dacian Nikolai, I think, or something. Says, you should be locked in a mental care centre. Well, thank you. Love, light, and blessings to you too. I appreciate you. You will just be locked from my channel. But yeah. Taurus, amazing. We like Taurus energy. Lace. Can you do a card for me? Yes, let's do Angel. Let's do Angel for Lace. Oh, we have career transition. Are you looking for that? Archangel Camille, your life purpose is triggering a blessed career change. Maybe the near future chapter has something in store for you. Ankita, you choose Angel card for me. I also felt Angel. Amazing. You felt an angel? That's great. Let's do a unicorn card for Ankita. Oh, sorry, were you asking for an angel card or just saying when I didn't? I'll do both. Let's do both, Ankita. So let's do unicorn. Polarity. Integrate your shadow side. There can be no light without dark. Understand the law of polarity. The yin yang, which I love. Very, very connected to the yin yang. Well, I just really love its energy, I think the polarity idea and the masculine and the feminine, it's definitely a lesson of this realm, and I just appreciate it so much. So I like that card. Let's do a angel for Ankita. If you've had one already, it's fine. You can have two. Gift from God. Archangel Sandalphon. We angels brings you gifts from your creator. Open your arms to receive. Very nice. Shally says, does AJ have any intentions to reunite with me? It's definitely on the mind. It's definitely in the thought processes, the thought patterns, yes, I would say. Kevin, card of my trace. Starseed. We haven't had a starseed for a while. You have Portal. Rewards and wild card. Amazing. So doors are opening. You have different possibilities coming up. Maybe like Europe thing. You decide. Maybe you might get a decision. That could be on the work path, but that could be in love as well. Rewards. So doing very well. Getting to your achievements. Feeling maybe rewarded for your achievements, or feeling like people are proud of you. And then wild card. So we have some spontaneity coming up. Maybe it could be something spontaneous, or it could be what was I going to say? Could be something spontaneous, unexpected gains, something like that, you know. Shally, does AJ have any? Oh, sorry, we did that one. Roderick, what do you have for me, my love, and Taurus? Let's do a love card for you. So this is for Roderick. Let's do. So we have healing family issues. Your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. So if there is any forgiveness to be made, then yes. It doesn't always link to the parents. It could be siblings. It could be the more distant family, and it doesn't always link to a specific person. It can be family issues. Well, yeah, it would generally link to some kind of person, but yeah, I'm just saying it might not be the parents, and it could be big, it could be small. You know, it could be something karmic. A lot of our karmic lessons are with our family, our actual blood family. You know, because our blood family are more there to teach us lessons, whereas our soul family are more there to love us and comfort us and be there for us. You know, so let's do an angel card for Roderick as well. Angel therapy, Archangel Raphael. Give your cares and worries to us, angels, and allow us to take your burdens. Very nice. We do forget this sometimes, you know. We can take, we can give some of our doubts, fears, worries, anxieties to our guides, to our angels, to Mother Earth, even. And sometimes when you do this, you do genuinely feel the energy lift a little bit. You feel like, you know, maybe they didn't take it all. Maybe part of that anxiety is your life lesson, but they'll take a bit, and you'll feel lifted a little bit, you know. So hello and welcome. I wish if you could tell me how to say your name, and maybe there's like an English version or spelling of your name, because I would love to say hi to you, but I just don't know your name because I can't speak that language, whatever that is. It's very pretty the way it's written, that language, so I'm not sure where that's from, but it's very nice. Mangala says his healing session worked on him. Some changes I'm seeing, but not sure if something's going on in his mind. I would say a bit. So I would say there's definitely been some shifting, but what I would say is not everything has shifted. Ankita, I think this time is good for many people, so many people today. Yes, I know. So even though I kind of wanted to do earlier and couldn't, and maybe it was like divinely guided, you know. So I could, I don't know, just be a little bit happy. It really has cheered me up a little bit, guys. It really has cheered me up a little bit. As some of you know, haven't been too great lately. So yeah, it has cheered me up a bit. Just chatting with you guys cheers me up anyway. But that's kind of like the cherry on the top, you know, the icing on the cake. So Firebird, how is Scorpio currently feeling about me? So the attraction is still there, but it's very minimal, and the care is still there, but it's very minimal. So I'm sorry to say. It's kind of like dissipating. Miss Venus, hello and welcome. Stephanie Ingram, hello and welcome. Success Brain, hello and welcome. Ankita, I once had a dream Satan tried to lure me. It was a long time ago, like a year, but I somehow remembered it today. Can you read on it? Okay. Yeah, it definitely seems to be a representation, like a symbol of temptations. So, of some kind of negative temptations. This can be someone. Sometimes the negative temptations is like a bad habit, you know, maybe drinking a bit too much or smoking or something silly like that, eating bad foods. You know, we all get temptations, even if it's just, you know, one too many donuts, you know, that's a very small temptation, that's okay, but we can still get them. Um, you know, but sometimes there's some temptations as well. They can represent things like negative people, because, you know, we're very intuitive people, and sometimes when someone's trying to manipulate us, we we can see it, but we just convince ourselves that we're overthinking. We convince ourselves that it's not the case, and I think it's good for a time, You know, you feel like, you know, maybe that person's good and you're connected to them, but eventually things will happen, eventually will end because nothing can be built on anything fake or distrustful. So sometimes the temptation is actually people. It's people. But yeah, so just bear that in mind. Mangala, well, what's my husband's next action? Okay. I do feel like there's efforts. I do feel like there's some efforts coming, although they do feel a bit small right now. I do feel like they're there. Jan says, when will he ask me to hang out? Maybe the end of November. That's like a possibility, a small one. Kevin, should I give Mayo a genuine chance for a romantic connection and maybe even a relationship? Yes, I get a yes on that actually. Miss Venus says I sent you an update. So I did see notifications pop up. I was just saying before. I've ignored Ella for a little bit. I'm so sorry. And I was saying you're another one I need to reply to. Um, so met this guy Matt at the gym yesterday and he asked me out. Is he the expected soulmate? Okay. So it's not online like we've seen, but I will definitely check on that. But let's see what the board says. I'll check more in depth on the in the chat if you sent anything specific, but let's see what the board says. I'm leaning to yes with that, so I will have a look. I'm really intrigued to have a look at that. Rebecca says, "Do you believe in dragons?" Yes, of course I do. Stephanie Ingram says, "You are very interesting." Thank you. I greatly appreciate that. You know, it's kind of this variation between people who think I'm weird and people who think I'm interesting. It's like a scale, but I greatly appreciate that. Um, yeah, I don't know what to say. I really appreciate that. Lace, can you please tell me if I will hear back from RNW or will I meet someone else? So it feels like you will hear back, but you will hear back when some time has passed, and it's very likely you will have met someone else. Only the beginning of meeting, not being in a relationship or anything serious, but you will meet someone else, very beginning stages, and then you'll hear back. That's what's coming through. Jasmine, what are Phil's higher self thoughts and intentions towards me? So, in terms of the higher self, there's definitely still a desire to come towards you, because as we know, you know, it's twin flame energy. I feel like in the higher self, there's always going to be something, even if the higher self kind of um, how can I say, aligns or integrates or you know whatever words you might want to use with a different path that's coming up more prominently, that they're following more strongly. The higher self's always going to hold space for that, but the higher self's always going to want some level of connection to the twin flame if there's twin flames going on. So it's not as easy as like you're being swayed from like just a general love interest. So the higher self's still going to have connection to that and still going to want to bring that together in some way. So yeah, it's a bit of a difficult one. But yeah, the higher self does still want some level of connection there. Miss Peter says, I heard the song Once Upon a Dream yesterday. Who or what was that about? It really does seem to be a reflection of new energy coming in. So it could be linked to this person, or it could just be linked to new energy in general, like this person, other people showing interest as well, more broad new energy. But there's definitely new energy with it. Lousy. Is that Lousy Lou or Lucy Lou? I think it's Lousy. I don't know. I don't want to call you Lousy if that's not how I pronounce that. Is it Lucy Lou? I'm not sure. I'm just going to say. Wait, it's Lou, not Lou. Lucy? I don't know. I don't want to call someone lousy. Let me call you Low. I will just say Low. um, hey. Oh, wait. What the hell? Oh, it's just like a random. To me, that doesn't even make sense. It's like a random troll. So yeah, maybe I will call you lousy. Um, a lot of trolls today, but I really don't care because we have so many likes on the video. For me, guys, I never get this many likes. I'm so grateful. Rebecca says hi. Stephanie says you really are psychic. Thank you. For I like I like confirmation. You know, like I think this is the really nice thing about being on so regularly and having regular people I connect with, because there's always those confirmations where people say that happened, that came true, that happened, you know. So and especially even when we have like you, like people who are just intuitive themselves and maybe they feel it, maybe they just feel it. I think Miss Venus was very similar like that. Like as soon as Miss Venus came here, there was just that connection, like she just knew. So yeah, I appreciate that. So thank you very much. Miss Venus says, I also found my locker having the combination 1111, and I saw one inside of it too. Any specific meaning of this? Yes. Yeah, so we definitely are getting, you're on the right path. This is the right path, confirmation of the right path, which I feel like it shows a positive omen to this person, but we do have to bear in mind that ones, they're very usually linked to our more individual path. So it's not always like, I mean, 2 2 2 2 2 would be a lot more confirmation of a connection. Not always romantic, but a positive connection. So I feel like it's a positive omen because it's saying you're on the right path. But do bear in mind that I'm just saying to be mindful that it's usually more about the individual. But the right path, if you're feeling them and it's telling you it's the right path, it very well could be related to that. But yeah, the right path is definitely the message. FF Kings, hello and welcome. And Stephanie, it's really lovely to have you. I would love to see you back again. It's really nice to have people who really connect, really resonate. You know, if you're really resonating, I definitely hope to see you again. So we do all different types of readings here. I think I will just go over this again in case we do have new people, and because I don't have long left, so we're maybe looking at about 15 minutes. We'll see how many people we can get through. So my name is Venus. This is Secret Frequencies. And I do many different types of readings and sessions on here all the time. And we do spells sometimes, it's just not super common. So we do cleansing, we do love, we do money, we do protections, you know, things like that. I think there will be a cord cutting spell very soon, or some kind of cleansing or clearing coming up. So I hope you can make that. But sorry, I don't know what I'm saying here. But we do readings very often. So the most common thing is reading. So crystal ball, tarot, pendulum, bone reading and flower reading are my unique ones that you're probably not going to see in many other places. And they're coming up this week. I try to be on at least 5 times a week. So I'm really trying my best to stick to that. So I hope to see you on that journey. But yeah, so we also do, let me think. So I do sound healing and Reiki and things like that, but that's more like one-on-one sessions. We don't often do that on stream. But all of my information is in the description of the video. If you want to check out my website for the spells, sessions, and readings that I offer in depth on a one-on-one scale, that is secretfrequencies.com/shop, and it's in the description. My email, Facebook, and Discord are all in the description as well. They are ways to privately contact me, and I'm very open to just questions, queries, stream suggestions, anything you want. It doesn't have to be in order. If you feel like you want to reach out to me, I'm very open to that, so don't hesitate, don't be shy. Love to just build a community here. It's not all about um, buying sessions. I'm making enough already to do this as a job, so don't, it's fine if you just want to reach out in a friendly way and be part of the community. I'm not going to push anything on you, so do bear that in mind. There'll always be free readings here. If you do join the membership, you get more crystal balls guaranteed, because sometimes when I'm super busy, I do tend to miss crystal balls sometimes. So that's a membership, just kind of offers more crystal balls or guarantee of crystal balls. And then also channelings. So the one thing that I don't do for subscribers that I do for members is channeling. Members are prioritized in a lot of streams because they're paying, but they get channelings and nobody else does. So that's a members pack. So if you want a channeling, you're very welcome to that as well. But yeah, any questions, just contact me. Any stream suggestions, just contact me. And it's really nice to have so many new people. Lacey says, can I ask a question? Of course you can. So guys, you're all very welcome to ask a question. And you don't have to ask if you can ask a question. Just go ahead and post it. If you're new, your full name and date of birth does help me to connect to your energy. It does help. But if you don't put it, I'll still do your question. I'll still try it. Just bear in mind that it might not be as accurate. What else can I say? Yeah, but just don't spam your question. Give everybody else a space, and give everybody else a chance. But don't spam the chat. Don't double post your question. I will get to you. It's always going to be free. But if you're super urgent for your question answered, you can send a super chat if you want it pushed up the queue. And you're very welcome to send a super sticker if you want to. But those things are just optional. Don't feel obliged. Miss Venus says, what are Matt's true intentions with me? Okay. So I feel a little bit like shaky on true intentions at the moment, because I feel like maybe it's just because it's new. It's kind of new energy, maybe. But I do get a sense for like wanting purposeful meaning, like wanting something purposeful. I do feel that in the energy. So it looks good. It looks good. Johnny Depot, hello and welcome. Mangala says, will my husband come out of past issues and let go of past anytime soon? I just unfortunately don't feel like it will be super soon. I do see the possibility, but just doesn't seem that soon. Rebecca, hello and welcome. Thank you, Jasmine, for moderating the chat. I greatly appreciate that. Stephanie says, I am Gemini Sun, Libra Moon. My guy is Taurus Sun, Virgo Moon. What am I to him? What are you to him? So like his current feelings. So I feel positive. I feel like there's something there. I feel like there's something there that's noted on both sides. I do feel like there's mostly a level of being on the same page. But what I kind of feel is like, this is something that's in the process. It feels like something that can be built on. It feels like something where the leveling up, like the commitment levels, is not quite there yet. Like I feel like there's something that it's like potential of leveling up in some way that's not quite there, but there's definitely potential for it. Maybe you want some kind of confirmation on if there's potential on it. It feels like there is, but yeah, I would say I do feel it's pretty positive energy. Nor says, what are Faisal's feelings for Nor? Okay. Positive but passive, it feels like at the moment. So it doesn't feel like there's anything negative or, like anything like that, but it feels more like you're out of sight, out of mind is the best way I can say it. Like not necessarily thinking too much about you, but any thought that does come up about you tends to be on the positive side. Jasmine says there was a particular energy that Phil and I share that was so high vibe and euphoric. Will he experience a similar energy will I experience a similar energy with HLS? Or what type of energy will I experience with him? Okay. definitely getting similar type of energy, so that's good. Mangala says, do you see if he is building good thoughts about me? He is not fighting or arguing much now, but it's really hard to trust him. Yeah, that's the main thing I would say here is the trust. The trust really needs. Can you work through it? I think there's potential, but will he? Will he level? Oh, I think I buffered. So I think I was just replying to Mangala here, saying that the trust is the issue. I feel like there's a potential for him to build your trust again, but it's whether he does that. You know, that's kind of the thing, is like he really needs to show himself in order to be trusted again. And can he do that? You know, it's difficult. It's difficult to have to be so accountable. It's difficult. Miss Venus says, what does Matt think of me? What caught his attention about me? I'm getting beautiful. You're very beautiful, come through. Very physical vibe, very beautiful. Thank you, Stephanie. I greatly appreciate that. Thank you. Yeah, that does help. I feel a little bit more connected now that I see your birth dates, actually. So yeah, if you do have any more questions, I think I will likely tune in a bit better after connecting with those. Yeah. It feels like there's a really great connection. Like what I would say is like I don't know if you would consider like I wouldn't say twin flame. I don't know if you consider the idea of soulmates or, you know, karmic, like, well, not karmic, but like deep spiritual connections. I don't know if you consider things like that, like those kind of titles. But it feels like there's definitely something like maybe you've had a past life before. I would say you've had a past life before. The music's gone off because it's been 2 hours. It's just a 2 hour track. We'll try to get through a few more. Stola says, when will Derek reach out to me? I would say 3 weeks. Miss Venus, also Emma's planning a date with me and seems excited right away. We just met last night at the gym. Wow, when does it look like it will happen and how will it go? So I'm getting a feeling of the weekend, this one or next coming through very strongly. And I'm feeling a positive energy in terms of like the connection and the conversation, but I'm also feeling quite a smooth flow. You know, so it's kind of like sometimes we feel like we're pushing against the tide when we're trying to get somewhere for a certain time, or maybe there's like a meal and then something else. It feels like a smooth energy, things going smoothly. So Lacey says a card. Let's do a angel. So you have brilliant idea, Archangel Uriel. Yes, your idea is divinely guided. Please take action to bring your idea into fruition. There we go. So guys, so I do have to finish pretty soon. So what I would say is I'm going to scroll down the chat. If I see someone who hasn't had any questions answered yet, I'm going to do those. And maybe if there's something, you know, a little bit interesting, I might do that as well. Krishna Hari says, hey, can you do for me, please? So let's do you. I'll do you an angel card whilst I'm on those. Angel card for Krishna. Take back your power, Archangel Raziel. Use your God-given power and intention to manifest blessings in your life. Dominic Owers says, yo, hello and welcome. Stephanie Ingram says, will I reach my goals? I'm feeling like you're going in one direction, and it's like you're going in one direction. You do learn a few lessons, and there's positive energy, but it feels like you have to reroute. It feels like you kind of learn that taking when you get there. So you're not quite there yet. When you're going to get to a point where you see that you have to, how can I say, like look at this from a slightly different angle, or take a slightly different approach. It's almost like the approach you're taking won't quite work, but you will take a new approach and you will get to your goals. So there's definitely the idea of getting to your goals, but just always be bearing in mind, like, is there a different approach that will work better? Is there something more I can learn to hone in on this a bit more? Because it feels a little bit like that. And it might even be learning something new, like, I definitely feel like learning something new. Maybe there's some kind of link to technology or something like that, but it's learning something new. I feel like it's revolved around technology. When I say technology, that can be social media as well. But it does feel like it's like you're getting to the goal, and then you kind of needing to take a slightly different approach to fully get there. Um, but yeah, I do feel like you'll get there. And you know, I feel like a really positive vibe on all goals. You know, I'm not just feeling a positive vibe on like one certain aspect of your life. So goals with connections, you know, if you have goals in your relationships as well, I do really feel very positive there. But yeah, always thinking about taking a different approach and new refreshed energy. I feel like the lesson really in reaching your goals is not to be too set in your ways, not to get too set in your ways. Go away. Your name kind of sounds like a go away. Hi, new to you. Hello, light and blessings to you. You're very welcome. Rebecca says your eyes are very beautiful, though. That's so sweet. I'm sure yours are too. I'm sure yours are too, including your third eye. Very vibrant, positive energy, you know. Miss Venus, are Em and I compatible, or is it just like a friendship close call? Okay. I do feel compatibility. I feel like this is very positive. The only thing about like a popular stream is like, thank you, Jan. I appreciate the moderating. The only thing about a popular stream is the amount of trolls. Thank you, Jasmine. I greatly appreciate that. I feel like that person might be a child. The things they're putting are like very childish. Thank you for moderating, though, guys. I do appreciate it. I'm Mav. Hello and welcome from Turkey. Amazing. Hello and welcome. KK! Oh, yeah, I've missed you. It's nice to see you. I'm sorry that I'm jumping out. Aman Raju, hello and welcome. Jonah? I think maybe your name is. Hello and welcome. Jonah Taz. Jonah Taz GR? I don't know how I'm pronouncing that, but hello and welcome. And Keita says 50 likes. Yes, we're on 76 now, I think. Guys, I really appreciate you like moderating and helping me out with trolls. I appreciate it so much, honestly. I really do appreciate that. And Keita says spirituality is the biggest part of my religion. Yes, same. S Leela, do you have any blockages in my energy? Okay, let's check this. I'm getting root and sacral for you at the moment, I'm really sorry to say. Bliss says, would you mind listening to my song? It's on my YouTube. If you were like a regular member here, you know, I would definitely support you, but you're just a random person coming in, so I feel like it's a little bit insincere and inauthentic. And someone's called me a witch. Yes, I am. Guys, I really appreciate you sticking up for me in the chat and moderating. It makes me feel so loved and so connected. I really appreciate that. Karen says, Karan says, hey, how are you and what's going on here? Hello, I hope you are well. Welcome. Yeah, so we're just doing Crystal Ball today. Alan's Meme Palace, hello and welcome. Thank you guys. Ankita, Jasmine, greatly appreciate that. Vedika, hello and welcome. Chloe Rock says you notice that Hollywood is promoting tarot cards a lot now. I actually don't. I saw that film Tarot a while ago, but I haven't seen anything really else. I don't know. I'm not super into Hollywood though. I mean, obviously, I saw a film sorry, not yesterday. I saw a film the other day. Definitely, you know, I do see things about Hollywood, but just not that much. Sorry. Oh, excuse my sniffling. I'm so sorry. Perodo. Hello, my name is O. Born, date of birth, thank you very much. Will I ever see my Wonder Kid again? Okay, see if I can get. I feel like it's kind of a murky energy for that, and I'm really, really sorry to not. I think it's the first time I haven't gotten an answer on stream today, but I greatly apologize. Ankita, you're so sweet. You're so lovely. Fire and Water, hello and welcome. It's lovely to see you. Cecilia Luna, hello and welcome. Fire and Water says you look very Halloweeny. Yay! Thank you so much. I will try to be kind of Halloween vibe for the rest of the month. Thank you guys. I greatly appreciate the likes. I honestly can't say how grateful I am for the likes on this video. It's definitely my most liked video. I'm 100% certain it must be. Fire and Water says, Dawn Venus, this is a complex question I have. I really want to go back to Europe, but my son likes Canada and I can't leave him behind. Will he eventually want to move to Europe? Okay. It actually feels a little bit more like, it's like going there and then realizing why it's better. There's definitely something better about it for him there, but it's almost like he has to go there to realize. Unfortunately, that's what's coming through. So I'm sorry about that. Fire and Water as well. Yeah, I'm just going through a little something in my personal life at the moment. It's not super serious. It's not super important, so I wouldn't worry. Don't worry about me. I was asking if anyone does do any healing energy or anything like that to just send a little bit to my heart chakra. But I am definitely okay. I would not worry too much. Thank you, and thank you, Jasmine, as well. I greatly appreciate that. J Family Gaming, is my life on a better path and healthier moving forward? Okay. Yes, I get a yes on that. Thank you, Jamini. I greatly appreciate that. Oh, Ankita, thank you so much. You're so sweet. You're so supportive. I love you guys. Card of my choice for Fire and Water. Let's go for. I'm going to do a unicorn and a Witch's Wisdom. So the unicorn. Sorry, the deck is upside down. Nature, ground yourself, find a sanctuary in nature and connect with the elementals. So being guided to connect a little bit with nature. Sometimes actually it is interesting because when we get these ones, it can sometimes be like you're being called to a different part of Mother Earth, um, being called to ground on a different part of Mother Earth, new nature, new experiences. So could be the call to go to somewhere in Europe, maybe somewhere new, or maybe even somewhere you've been before, but it's just that kind of call to go somewhere different. And then we have, Beltane and fertility. So fertility, of course, it can be fertility like a positive omen of actual birth, actual conception, but it can also be calls to work with the moon phases. It can be facility, birthing a new life into things. So creative energy, or even writing a book, putting out a service, a creative product, anything you're breathing your own life into, you're putting out into the world, even if it's like spoken word, it's not actually an item. Services, just things you put out into the world that change the world and have a domino effect on people, come up with fertility. So that's really nice. Thank you guys. I'm so grateful. I can't believe we're on 77. When we do 2 hours, I'm like, yay, we got to 20. We get to 20. I'm like, yes. So that's really great. Tanya, I want to know why my KM added me to his Insta close friends list and what does he feel for me. Okay? So sorry for sniffling, guys. So overwhelmingly, I do get platonic energy, but there's definitely some attraction in there. So I don't know if there might be like feel feeling like maybe there's something there, like not sure how I feel yet, but there's something, because there's definitely some level of attraction, even if it's just kind of that magnetic attraction, not specifically physical, but it's definitely feeling like wanting to get a little bit closer. But I do, like I said, overwhelmingly it's platonic, but there might be something a little bit more there as well. So you're welcome. At Fire and Water, I've been having nightmares recently, and last night I woke up several times and cried. Is this some kind of release or psychic attack? Okay. I'm actually getting release. I'm actually getting release at the moment, so I'm really sorry, because it is quite uncommon for release to have really intense symptoms. Of course, it does happen, and it does depend on your path. Like if you're going through really intense change or really intense spiritual upgrades, like it can be intense. But generally, release isn't that intense, so I am sorry about that. But at least it is released, and at least it's not psychic attack. It's a kind of a reason to be a little bit relieved. Very much to say is I love your hair, Venus. You have had a haircut, I believe. Yes, thank you very much. I get a little bit like I keep trimming it, basically. I keep trimming little bits off. So yeah, but yeah, I appreciate that. Thank you. Because actually, I was having a bad hair day this morning, so I really appreciate that. I did kind of fix it, so I appreciate that. Tanya says, does Vanch, sorry if I say that wrong, think about me? Like, does he want me to text him? Yes. I guess a yes on that. Yeah, love, light, and blessings to you as well. You know, it is difficult. And yeah, I do apologize. Sometimes I'm so engrossed in answering the questions that I forget to just take a moment and be like, love, light, and blessings, sending positive energy, which totally I should be doing. So I do apologize for that as well. Thank you, Jasmine. Oh, did I miss something? I'm so sorry if I did miss something, guys. I would never purposely skip your. I would never purposely skip your question unless you are posting way too much and not giving other people a chance, or you post something bad, you know, something that I don't want to read out. And I generally, it's an accident if I skip. Chania says, is my cat Aura safe? She went missing a while ago and I still have not found her. I actually get a yes on that, and I felt like it was going to be a yes. Sometimes with those questions, I don't want to check, just in case. I love animals, and especially cats, so I'm glad that was yes. You're welcome to guys saying thank you. Nora, hello, welcome. Alice Cole says do Scottish. Thank you guys. Akita says hit the like button. Nora, crystal ball is any specific questions. Doesn't have to be yes or no. Lucian, I love your accent. Thank you very much. Alice, I can't. I'm not really good to put on. If I was really good at accents, you know, maybe I would, but I'm not too great, and I don't want to be offensive. Nora, yes, specific question. Sorry, thank you, Jasmine, for moderating that. I'm from the UK. I get asked that a lot, don't I? I feel like it, I feel like you can kind of tell, but not. It's not as obvious as I think it is. Angel in Disguise, hello and welcome. Imran, hello and welcome. Frederick, Samantha, hello and welcome. You love me. That's good to know. Love, light, and blessings to you. Theo, yeah, definitely. Love, light, and blessings to Theo. Alice, please tell me when my cat will come back. I need strength. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry to read that. Let's see. It actually feels like there is a possibility. It actually feels like there is a possibility. So, yeah, I do feel like there is a possibility with that. I would say like 3 to 4 months though. So I'm really, really sorry to say that. And I really hope, you know, sending all light and blessings to you. Yeah, so Fire and Water, I'm thinking this time. So it's been 2 hours now, so I started around 6 p.m. I think GMT. It seems like a good time. So maybe we will do that a few times in this coming week. I know I keep saying it, but we have Bone Reading and Goblin Tarot to come, and I'm going to try to do more crystal balls, especially members. So there'll probably be 2 members crystal balls this coming week. Heart chakra and the normal members, and there'll be a bone reading, which I might prioritize members on that because a lot of members are saying they didn't get one, and then there'll be Goblin Tarot, which is just for everyone, you know. Yes, to people asking, these aren't real wings. Yes, of course. So I do previous life readings. I do that, but we're not doing past life readings on the stream. It's more like specific questions for the crystal ball. Maybe we will do a past life reading because I do get asked that a lot, so we should do it. What I don't understand is I know people are trolling, but it's like, why are you so obsessed with my gender anyway? Like, even if I wasn't born female, would it really matter? You know? I mean, I'm 100% female, but I don't think it would really matter. Yeah, I'm praying that the cat comes back as well. I know. Rudy, hello, welcome. Say ooh. No. Well, I just said it, I guess. Um, Ankita, does this guy MD actually look down on me? What does he think of me? I think he said those things to look cool. Yeah, I feel like there's ego involved here. I feel like there's ego and kind of a bully energy, ego and a bully energy, I would say. Tanya says, what does my cat Luna think about me? I'll do that one. There's a really viewing you as very nurturing, like very nurturing comes through like the strongest, like really feeling like you care and you're very nurturing. Shadow Mary 1212. Will I go on a date in the next 6 months? Okay. Yes, I feel like 4 to 5 months. Have a nice time. Have a nice time. Connie Thomas, hello and welcome. Megha says, will VG and I eventually get into a relationship by the... McHannah, sorry, I'm so sorry. Will VG and I eventually get into a relationship by the end of this year? Yes, I guess a yes on that. Khan, hello and welcome. McHannah, love card, yes. Oh, you get this could be the one. You've already met the romantic partner that you seek. You've already met the romantic partner that you seek. Fire and Water says just an update from the crystal ball. Should I keep on applying for jobs or should I start researching possibilities for my PhD? It definitely leans to possibilities. It definitely leans to possibilities at the moment. So maybe there's something on the path there. There are a lot of tutoring jobs popping up in my feed. Even though I apply, nothing happens. When will this bad luck end? Okay. So it feels like it could be pretty imminent, but I feel more positive energy around December. But it does feel like it could be imminent. So it's not like there's no hope until December. I do feel possibility, but yeah, December's like really coming up strongly. Mystic River. I don't know if that's a question. Ankita says we'll come back later. Hello, Kim. Pre-Rhoda. Hello and welcome. Moon Magic for Fire and Water. There's your picture here. And it says, I assess matters carefully and discern wisely. So I think it speaks to your power of discernment that you might not realize that you have. Sometimes we doubt our intuition, our gut feelings, our instincts, our own ability to discern people's maybe views of us or intentions or whatever it might be, whatever you need to discern. Trust your own discernment, you know? Fanny Nona, hello and welcome. Pre-Rhoda? I'm so sorry if I'm saying your name wrong. Your question is, will I ever see my Wonder Kid again? Yeah, I didn't. It was very, very murky for that. Let me see if I can see anything here now. I don't know, I'm guessing a no, so I'm not sure if I'm guessing a no. Oh, Fire and Water, if you missed the answers, please message me and I will let you know. I don't know why some people are scared of nose rings. Jesus believer, what would Jesus think about the things you're saying on the stream? Melanie, hello. Shadow Mary says, sorry, I forgot my birthday. That's fine, don't worry. Vic says, oh my god, you are so cute. Wow, after so many troll comments, I get a compliment. Thank you so much, Vic Brennan. Thank you. Matthew, hello, welcome. Sky Blessings Tarot Cards, Love and Light, hello, welcome. Francisco Santiano de Silva, hello, welcome. Ashish Aswal, hello and welcome back. Wesley Bradbury, hello, I am very well, I hope you are well. Ashish says, I have a crystal ball question. So I'm going to celebrate A's birthday on the 28th, and then we'll be spending the weekend. I want to know if there's any indication from A's side if this is more than friends, okay? Yes, I guess a yes. I guess a yes on more than friends. Jasmine, did he read the email where I said the H word regarding how I felt towards him and that time? And if so, is this part of why he's having regret too? Yes, I guess a yes on that. Razia Begum? Begum? I can't remember how to pronounce it. I think it's Begum. Hello and welcome. Abhijit, hello and welcome, guys. I'm so sorry if I'm pronouncing your name wrong. Your name's wrong. Ella says, could I please ask why you did Aura break up with Gabriel? Will she come back? Why? Oh, sorry. Why did Aurora break up with Gabriel? Will she come back? Okay. I'm guessing the strongest energy I'm getting is a feeling of being able to do better. I don't really see too much of a potential of coming back. I wouldn't say no potential, but I think there is some potential. Shannon, hello, welcome. Jasmine says the membership is worth it, guys. Thank you so much. I greatly appreciate you saying that. I hope so. And always let me know, guys, if you are not feeling like it is and you feel like there's a little something extra you need, do feel free to let me know that. You know, I think we're definitely still, I have left a lot of the members streams till the last week of the month, this month. I didn't mean to do that, you know, I had some things come up, so I am sorry. But they will come. Alex Axelotti, hello and welcome. Keish Malik Jart, hello and welcome. Shannon, hello and welcome. Reza, or Risa, I'm not sure how to say it. Jasmine, thank you for moderating in the chat. Yeah, please do refer to Jasmine and Ankita. They're very helpful in the chat. Plaza, peace. I'm very well, I hope you are well. Hello from Las Vegas with Gascon Charity. Hello and welcome. Callum, hello from England. Not far from me then, compared to everybody else here. Yes, I am British, from Giant. Yes, I am. Giant. Wesley says, when will Shara be back in my life? I hope it's soon, okay? I'm guessing more like April next year. I'm so sorry. Hola said hi, or Hola said, or Ola said hi. Sumit, I like your English. Thank you. Love from India with Evelyn. Very nice. Wesley says from South Africa. I think you've been on once before. I do think we've met once before. Hello and welcome. Who, who's that? Kate Kaiser? I can't, the squiggly writing, I can't quite read it, but very nice. Evelyn, I'll pull you a card. I'm jumping off pretty soon, so let's pull Evelyn a angel card. Why did I forget the name of that? Relationship harmony. Archangel Raguel. We angels are opening the hearts of everyone involved. Arguments and conflicts are being resolved now. Very nice. So if you have any arguments, conflicts, things like that going on, issues in connections and relationships, they are being resolved. So that's very nice for you. Eliandri, hello and welcome. Sorry I don't speak your language, but it's nice to see you. Salah Amin, hello and welcome. Alma says, I left Aquarius N on and off. I never knew why she didn't commit, but never wanted to let go of me either. Any clarity, please? Okay. It feels a little bit like the relationship was kind of, maybe it's a rebound. It feels a little bit like trying to get over someone or something else. Like almost it's like not really using the relationship for its true intent and purpose. Like kind of, it's almost like it's a distraction a little bit from something. I think it's rebound, but it could be a distraction from something else. I'm really sorry I don't have chakra cards at the moment. Benjamin, hello and welcome. Tom says, are you Aussie? No, I'm not. I love the accent though. Samina, hello and welcome. Hope says, why is your forehead so big? It really is. This is a mobile stream. If you watch me on the normal members laptop streams, it's not. I actually have a normal size forehead. But when I'm on a mobile stream, it really does look big. I can't even deny that. That's not even a troll. They're just pointing out what is totally true. It looks so big on the mobile streams. I totally agree. I should get a fringe from mobile streams. Pre-Rosa says, thank you very much, he died, but I believe I will see him again. I would definitely say so then. I would definitely say so. I feel like your energies are very connected. So yeah, maybe another life with a better outcome perhaps. Samina, current energies towards me, no contact situation. Asan. Yeah, it definitely feels like an out of sight, out of mind. I'm really sorry to say. Alma, hello, welcome. Thank you for subscribing. I greatly appreciate that. It's been nice to see you, Jan. Samina says which chakras I need to work on. Solar plexus and third eye. Unsa, I can't pronounce your name, but best regards from the Little Forest Farm of Hungary. Amazing. I just visited Budapest very recently. I absolutely loved Hungary. I would love to go again. It's definitely one of the places that I really feel like I need to go back to. So yeah. Samina says I'm looking gorgeous. Thank you so much. That's so sweet. Alexandri. I'm so sorry, guys. I only speak English, unfortunately. Path says I'm gorgeous again. Thank you. A really strange combination of compliments and trolls today. Love you guys who are giving compliments and sending healing and well wishes to you guys that feel like you need to come on someone stream and be negative, you know? And if you feel like you need to be negative, I wish you healing. And Doctor Who What Where says Newcastle. No! People, so I do get Scottish and Irish, so this is a new one, Newcastle. I'm guessing Aussie a lot lately. I'm just English, I'm just from the UK. But yeah, that's funny. Sorry, Near Liverpool. Newcastle is in the UK. I'm near Liverpool. Near Liverpool. It's not actually Liverpool, but it's near. Samina says, how do you see my energies? Am I in self-love now? I do feel like your self-belief and everything is positive. I do feel that. But when we still need a bit of work on the solar plexus, that can help with self-love. So if there is just a little something in any aspect, any little barrier with self-love that you're still kind of working on, that will help. The solar plexus will help. Ash with Claws, hello and welcome. JJ says, hey, hey. Chameleon says, are you an ASMR artist? ASMR artist? No, I'm not. I'm not. I don't do that. Dark Angel, Love the Outfit, what inspired it? Just the time of month, because it's like, you know, we're getting to Halloween, so just thought I would put black wings on for no reason. The Bay Harbour Butcher, hello. Gonzalo Lawson, hello. Shannon says, love your outfit. Well, I appreciate that. Hi from Pakistan, hello, welcome from the UK. Amin says, foreign trip will boost my positivity towards my work. Should it help in my decision making? So actually getting yes. I do get yes on that, and you know, new refreshed energy and new inspiration will always help. And when we go to new places and visit new places, see things we've never seen, step on earth we've never stepped on before, it does inspire new ideas, new energy, refreshed energy. So it's always going to be good for creative energy, work. It can help connections, relationships. You know, yeah, absolutely. I 100% think that it will help. And don't forget with decision making, one tip I do like to give in a very feng shui kind of energy. If you're outdoors and you're breathing in fresh air and the sun is on your skin, you're much more likely to make the right decision than if you make the decision indoors. So bear that in mind. Samina says, do you see any new person coming in my life or past person? Let's see. There's energy of both. There's energy of both. New person seems like it might be a bit sooner. Sorry. Sorry for sniveling. Thank you, Samina, for helping me moderate that. Aries, can you check to see if my partner will end up moving into his own apartment, and if so, when, and if not, does that mean he'll permanently live with me? It definitely looks much more likely at the moment permanently living with you, yes. Harlem Singh, thank you very much. Scottish, Jaxie is Scottish, amazing. Hello from the Netherlands with Marks. Vibe with M. Will T make a decision about us romantically in the future? Yes. I guess a yes on that. Son of Satan says, how are you? I'm very well, thank you. Beck says, your hair is lush. Thank you so much. Love, life, and blessings. Samina says, do I need to heal myself or I'm healed? You could do some meditation on those areas, or you could get Reiki or anything like that on those areas. But what I would say is, it's not really bad. I work with so many people who need like full, complete cleanses, even a few sessions of cleanses. Your system really is not that bad. You are, whatever you're doing well. Vicky, Rock Vicky, hello and welcome. Nice to meet you. Martin, yes, you could call me a psychic. Vandessa Kia says greetings from Belgium. Hello and welcome from the UK. Five with you're very welcome. Marcy, hello and welcome. Gosh, I have a lot of trolls here. Mazzy, am I right to cut Danny off? I feel she used me. Advice on the current situation. Okay. Yes, I feel like cutting Danny off at the moment is the right decision to make. It looks like there will eventually be a resolution, a reconciliation in the future, but cutting off at the moment is the right path. Jeff, thank you. Thank you for the compliments. I'm getting a lot of trolls, so I do appreciate that. Tanya says, could you please check while my cat Ringo sits alone? I'm really worried about her. Okay. Seems to be a little bit of pain coming up. I'm feeling more like stomach area. So yeah, I'm really sorry to say that. Martin, if you have actually been attacked and you are being possessed, I am very, very I'm very sorry to read that. Yeah, so well, I can check if you've had like psychic attacks or attachments. I will check that for Martin. Yeah, it does look like you've had some kind of like curse or psychic attacks. I'm really sorry to say that. Vendetta Kia says every 100 follower equals one troll. Yeah, I feel like that's probably true. So thank you. Yeah, that probably is true. Mazzy says, should I find a new job or stay at the one that I'm at until the end of the year? I'm getting guidance for staying at the one you're currently at until the end of the year, yes. So yes, so guys, I will be jumping off now. I'm so grateful for the stream. It's been great. I know there's been a lot of trolls, but it has been great. I really appreciate so many likes. I was like, I wonder if we can get to 20 likes. So I really appreciate that. You guys have been great. Even people who aren't necessarily moderators like Ankita, really helping out in the chat, helping other people to know what's going on, and you know, it's just helping me out in general. I really greatly appreciate it because there's no obligation to do that, and I understand that you get busy and you can't always be on, and I'm just so grateful, for the help and for the very sweet people that come in and give those nice compliments that balance out those, you know, kind of trolls that I get. I'm really, really grateful for that. I'm really apologise for people who, you know, I always come on at different times. So it's not like a strict schedule. So when you do end up coming in just at the very end, maybe you get 1 or 2 questions answered. I really apologise for that. I hope that next time I come on, it can be a better time for you, a more suitable time for you. I will continue to vary times to try to make it so that some streams are good for you. Um, so I'm going to try to do my best to do an early stream tomorrow, like I said I would today, a more early one. When I say early, it's usually between noon and 3. You know, this one was 6, so between noon and 3, trying to get a bit earlier. So yes, but like I said, I'm Venus. This is Secret Frequencies. I do many different readings on here all the time. Crystal ball, pendulum, tarot, just any kind of reading you might want. So do stay subscribed, do stay with us. There's always free readings, there's always free ones, so do stay with me. And all of my description, all of my information is in the description of the video. There is my website, which is secretfrequencies.com/shop. And there is 3 different ways to contact me, my Facebook, Discord, and email. So if you want to private message me for any reason, just to reach out or to suggest a stream or to ask a question, you're very welcome to do so. But yeah, if you do want any spells like Love or Money, if you do want any sessions like Reiki cleansing or sound healing, or if you do want any more in-depth readings with me, it's like the readings I do on stream, but very, very in-depth, much more in-depth. So feel free to check that out. My prices are very reasonable, by the way. So feel free to check out my website. Again, it's secretfrequencies.com/shop. But yeah, like I said, if you have any questions, just reach out. And I really, really hope to see you on stream again very soon. Love, light, and blessings to each of you. I hope you have a wonderful month. I really hope you have a wonderful month. And Jasmine says 86 likes. Yes! I think we did good. I think it's on 89 now. I'm so grateful. Yeah, I'm so grateful. Thank you so much. Oh, I just got proposed to as well. Yeah, maybe, you know, maybe we could get married. Depends on the ring. Depends on the ring. So, love, light, and blessings to each of you. I really hope to see you soon. Michael said I made it 90 for you. Thank you so much. I'm so grateful. I hope to see you again. You've made my day. You've made my day. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much, guys. Love, light, and blessings to each of you.